hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about some exercises to work on your balance and work on your strength into your legs. So I'm Zoe, I am the founder of Pilates Health Online and I am a physiotherapist and Pilates instructor. So if you haven't heard of Pilates Health Online, it's all about helping women through midlife and beyond get back into exercise, manage those aches and pains, but generally feel fitter, stronger and healthier all through Pilates so that you can look after your health and well-being. So let's talk about those exercises that we can do to strengthen the legs. So it's always really good to get into a good position before you start. So we're going to start with the feet at distance apart. We're going to spread out the toes. So just making sure we're not gripping on. Just think about weight through your big toe, little toe, middle of the heel. Then I want you to imagine someone's got a piece of string, they've attached it to the top of your head and they're just gently pulling on it, which is just going to give you that sense of length through the spine. Then I want you to think about widening through the collarbones. We're going to bring the hands to the pelvis. I'm going to turn side on so you can see. So we're just going to rock the pelvis forward and then we're going to tuck the tailbone under. So we're going to breathe out, rock the pelvis forward, breathe in, tuck under. Let's do that once more. And don't force the movement, just go within your own comfortable range. And then come to rest so that your tailbone points towards the floor. And that's just going to give you a nice sense of length through the lower back. Then I want you to think about your breathing. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, and just try and get the air down to the base of the lungs. So we just feel the ribs expanding and gently relaxing. And feel that just gentle movement through the ribs. Perfect. So that's going to put us in a good position to start. Now I always like to start with what we call a postural sway, which is basically a posh word for meaning transferring your weight from side to side. So we're going to have our hands on our pelvis, drop the shoulders, and then we're just going to take the weight to one side and then the weight to the other side. So you're just, imagine that you're a flower just blowing in the breeze, side to side. Perfect. Now as we're doing this, what we're trying to think about is keeping that sense of length. So we're not letting the back arch, the tailbone stays pointing down towards the floor. The toes are nice and relaxed, so we're not gripping on tightly, and we're just going gently side to side. And then I want you to come and rest in the middle. Now I'm going to go side on again so you can see. We're going to do the same forwards and backwards. So we're going to take the weight to the toes and back to the heels. This is much harder because you haven't got as much room to go before you feel like you want to step forward. So you're just going to go forward and back. Now what you might start to feel is your bottom muscles and your tummy muscles sort of just working a little bit. So it's a really nice way to get the core muscles working as well. Let's do that once more to the front. And then we're going to come back to the centre. Perfect. So we should now have equal weight on both feet, equal weight through the front of the back, through the front and the back of the feet as well. So the first exercise I'm going to get you to do is a little bit of balance work. So what we're going to do is take the weight across onto our left leg, and then the right leg we're just going to bring forward and then bring it back in. Then we're going to take the right leg to the side and bring it back in. So we're going to go forwards and in, side and back. So what we're doing is we're balancing on this leg, but we're also working on our leg strength as well. So breath out, breath in. Don't worry too much about the breathing, as long as you're not holding your breath. Keeping up nice and tall. Keep that tailbone pointing down towards the floor. And we're going to relax through the shoulders. Try and relax the toes if you can of your standing leg. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do a couple more. You should be starting to feel it, so around that hip mainly, but probably all the way through the leg of that standing leg. And let's come back in. Perfect. Have a little walk out on the spot. Let's do the same on the other side. So we take the weight onto the right leg, we come up nice and tall through the spine, widen through the collarbones, and the left foot we bring forwards and back, side and in. Forwards, back, side and in. And we're watching as we're doing it that we're not leaning, we're trying to keep up nice and tall. The pelvis is staying level and we're breathing. Most important of all that is that you're breathing. But we're keeping that control. And again, we're going to be working on our leg strength and our balance on that standing leg. Perfect. Okay, so breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in. Lovely. Okay, couple more if you can. Stop at any point. Okay, last ones. And then come in and come back. Okay, so this next one's a really nice one to work on strength around your ankles. So we warmed up the ankles by doing those side-to-side movements. What we're going to do is some little heel raises. So I want you to imagine I've given you a glass of water and popped it on the top of your head. So as you do this exercise, you don't want to lean forward because you don't want to spill your water. So you want to keep up nice and tall. Hands on the pelvis, tailbone pointing down, and then we're going to take a breath in. We're going to take the weight from the heels to the front of the foot, peel up, and then gently come down. Again, I'm going to just stand side on. So we're going to come up, and then peel down. So I like to take a breath in because I think it feels more natural to breathe in to come up, breathe out to come down. Breath in, breath out. You can lightly think about squeezing the bottom. That will help work with your core muscles to keep you in a good position. But I just want you to think about that sense of length through the spine. Taking the weight from the heels to the ball of the foot to peel up and then to peel back down. And you should feel that working all the way through the leg. So we come up and down. Again, keeping that length through the spine. And back. Let's do two more if you can. So we're going to come up and down. Last one. Come up and down. Lovely. And then have a little walk out on the spot. Fantastic. Well done, ladies. So those are two exercises that you can do, well, three really, because we did the little bit of a warm-up first, that you can do to work on your balance, but also work on the strength around your legs in general. They're quite nice exercises to get you started as well. Just watch your back position. There shouldn't be any discomfort as you're doing those, and they're good ones to practice, as I say, just to build your strength. So if you found this class useful and you want to share it, then please do, please share it so that as many people can have a go at this as possible. And I will see you in another video really soon.